Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research. See, pharmacology is also chemistry-based subject. But there are many people who are coming from chemistry. So it is important to understand biology for chemists. It is also important to understand physics, that you can move that way. Or also it is important to understand computer science. Maybe you will do more computational biology later. So this is really critical, that you diversified your portfolio rather than focusing on single thing. It is really important to think about your teachers. Many times we don't give so much importance, but really when after so many years, when I started thinking what is the importance of my teachers in my life, I can see it is really they shaped me. There was a professor, professor in Narandapur Ramakrishna Mission. It's called Prabhat Kumar Mandal. He was FRS, PRS, Pension Rights and Scholar, and he used to love to teach. And as a student, we did not wanted to have all the classes, but there is no way you can get a break from him. He will come, whether it is raining, whether it is. One day it was raining like, I still remember, it was raining like anything. We thought that we got a break. And he came completely, drenched. Then other people could not come, so he had taught 2 classes. So this kind of thing that actually shape you, a thing that teaching is so really critically important, that shapes your life. So keeping that in mind, now, in IIT, there are 2-3 things happened, I will tell you. One time someone asked that someone did BTech in IIT Bombay and then did PhD in Harvard. So one person asked him, what is the difference between Harvard and IIT? Or any. See, in top institutes, what they do, they teach you multiple ways to solve a particular problem. The thing that you will actually hear in Ramakrishna Mission, Jatomat Tatopath. It is like that. One problem you can solve in different ways. Okay, different ways to solve one problem. So one question may have different answers. Unfortunately, today we only give tick mark to the questions. So it is important to think of different ways of solving a particular problem that might give you ability to solve other things, and recognizes the differences are important for a group. So unity. Another thing that was really interesting, that students, you cannot judge a student by his or her performance in the class. It is not the morning shows the days. In T20 cricket, first 2 wickets can get out in 0, but then still the team can win. Similarly, getting a lot of marks in BSc does not necessarily mean you will have a better future, and someone who is not doing that good will not. So it depends. So every stage, actually, the life will give you an opportunity to succeed. So it is at any moment you needed to seize it. Okay, that is, you have to be dedicated at any moment to this. Someone will be successful after 12, someone will be successful after BSc, someone will be successful after MSc, someone will be successful after PhD, and so on. But it's not that in BSc what you do, it's so you needed to have a career, long run career. So a couple of things I want to tell you, that in this country, there is a very lack of professionalism. Everyone heard the word professional, but actually what we need, truly professional, who lives for the profession. A true professional is always dedicated to the job. And that you should try to become a true professional who loves the job. Whatever job you do your best to your ability, success will come. But forget all these things. There are few things I want to tell you as a BSc student or MSc student. There are many opportunities. For example, once you do the BSc, while doing the BSc, why can't you go for some summer training? So that if you go summer training some other place, you will learn something. You might get a different opportunity to excel in life. So do for some internship, some summer training, something else, volunteer yourself for some other job, do that. All of you should actually appear for joint entrance exam, admission for master's program for IIT or IISc or some other places. These are time bound exam. Now also after BSc you can get exam for the central universities. So these are important. You can also directly get into MSc PhD program in different IITs, IISc and some other places. So these are very important thing to do, and not necessarily in chemistry, but you can go nanotechnology, biotechnology, pharmacology, all other field. Today the chemist can actually get into many different fields, and that's why you should not only your new education policy has something called flexibility. And that flexibility is very important. You should learn some computer science. You should learn some English. You should learn some, other things so that you can get into this. That is important. And please do the internship. And if you go to some summer training, if you do some even volunteer work here and there, that will shape you. Then if some of you are MSc students, so do get CSIR, DBT and many other exam. Now, a couple of other things I should tell you that today in India, the research opportunity is very, very good. Earlier, when we were students, there was not much. And the people used to do a PhD here and going outside India and do good research. But today, I'll tell you there are at least 100 different institutes in India which has good equipment, instruments, which are as good as good universities in US. In IIT Bombay, the instrumentation facility is as good as now today in any US university. In my institute at NIPAR, this year only we are buying almost 20 crore worth of equipments. So it is actually top, highly instrument driven thing. So it's not that in India the lack of equipment is not that. So you will get as good as equipment if you go to Switzerland or England or US. You can get at least 100 places in India today where you will not have problem in terms of equipment or resources. If you think of Bangalore, there are at least 5-6 different places which have very high quality equipment. Similarly, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bhubaneswar, Kolkata have Bose Institute, IICB, Cultivation, Jadavpur University, Kharagpur IIT. There is a very good research in infrastructure. ISAR Kolani, that ISAR Kolkata actually, and then Genomic Institute in Kolani, and then a statistical institute. So many different places that you can do a very good quality research. Instrumentation is really, really good. So I'll tell you, when I did my PhD, we did not see much high-powered instrument. But now everything is there in Kolkata. Or if you look at that in Bangalore or Chennai, many places. So you can think of your research career in India. So you may not needed to go outside India. And if you get chance to go outside India, why not? It's always good to go outside, but there is no problem in that. But you can do your research staying in Kolkata, good research. Now think about problems in India. Okay, there are many areas you can actually do show your talent. One, of course, the chemistry, nanotechnology. Nanotechnology, chemist has lot to offer in nanotechnology, lot. Material science. Then you think of biotechnology. There are many things you can do in biotechnology as a biotechnologist, as a chemist. Pharmacology, and pharmacology is very important today, or pharmaceutical sciences, because if you look at the India, there are so many diseases. You need the drug security, you need the food security. So chemists can actually contribute both in agriculture, in pharmaceutical sciences. See, if you think about the small drug, even aspirin, you know, from where do we buy it? And we get it from China. Okay, there are many things we import from China because the pharmaceutical ingredient, the key pharmaceutical ingredient, is very cheap there, and it is difficult to make this. See, in Naipar Mohal, we are trying to do some of this. There are many places now. Government is putting a lot of money to make these pharmaceutical ingredients, API, active pharmaceutical ingredient, to make through the PLI, performance linked incentive schemes. Because there's huge. So as a chemist, you can actually make this, and there are a list of API. Any one of these you make, you become famous. You can be rich also. So in medical field, a medicinal chemist has a lot of things to do. Then you can do any agriculture, see the green chemistry. Then you can do biotechnology. There are a lot of areas. So chemist has entire horizon that you can actually win. So only suggestion I will have that along with your chemistry, learn few things so that can allow you to broaden your expertise, and try to dream, get something done. That if you have the inner thing that I want to get something done, and focus on creativity, originality, then you'll do good. Now, in addition to your traditional chemistry, or say going to chemical engineering or others, you can look at all branches of sciences and technology. Environment, see the energy. The chemistry has a lot of things to do to energy. You can contribute enormously the energy, saving energy, different batteries, making all sorts of energy contribution that you can make. Environment, chemistry has a lot to do with the improving the environment. So many different areas. Now, I don't want to keep on going monotonous way of giving lectures. I just want to tell you, I'm good in giving science lecture, not this sort of, I'm a bench scientist who does work and can give, that is my job. But since Principal Maharaj requested me, I thought that I will talk with the chemistry students. So I would like to take your questions, whatever it is, you may ask me, and I will try to respond to your queries as best as I can. But before finishing, I want to tell you two things. One, try to do some summer training, internship, and do some, in addition to chemistry, learn some other thing. And don't confine yourself to chemistry. Think about all different areas that chemists can reach. With this, I will stop my lecture. You can ask me the question. That will be much more important for me, and I think you might get some suggestion also. Thank you.
Sir, can you tell me the why how to go for the works and how can I go from chemistry to in nanotechnologist or a biochemist? How can I
Okay.
what is the
So one
way?
by one. Okay. How can you do from chemistry to nanotechnology? Okay. So look at the what is nanotechnology. It is basically you are making nanomaterials. Okay, nanomaterials also it's a material. Okay, so the chemistry. So you are making small material and nano because it is nano. Dimension is in 10 to the power 9. Okay, so it is since it is nano, you get some different properties, but the materials are chemistry materials. So either physicist or chemist or even biologist are taking care of this because of biology. Even it is now multidisciplinary. So a lot of biologists are also working in nanotechnology. As a chemist, you will have a good understanding of the material. You will know what is carbon, what is all kind of material that you will know, metals, everything, that electronic properties. And see, when you are making nano, so electronic properties will change, but you will have an idea. So all the nanoscience actually employ chemist. If you look at there is a nanoscience institute in Mohali. The director is a chemist from IIS Kolkata. Okay, and half of the faculty are chemists. Cultivation has a good material science department. So if you do a BSc in chemistry, and then there are also now new program coming in material science and nanotechnology in many places. I think, and though exactly not in the name of nanotechnology program, MSc, MTech program, in IIT Bombay, but there is um, other name, material science, and so on. Also in biology, and there are nanotechnology program. So as a chemist, you just needed to opt yourself to nanoscience. Okay, in IIT Guwahati, there is good nano program. In ISC Bangalore has a good nano program. Almost all IITs have good nanoscience program. All IITs. I don't think there is even a single IIT who does not have a good nano program. IIC Bangalore has, some of the ISS starting some nano. So for chemist, going to nano is a very natural, very natural process. For that, you don't need to do much. Okay. You just have to probably give some exams and some interviews, but you needed to have the thing that nano is highly competitive field, that you learns a lot of characterization, and it is also I myself did a lot of nano work, looking at drug delivery system. Even we have actually a couple of one Indian and actually four now, one American and 4 or 5 Indian patents we got on nanotechnology making in different delivery system. And so you can actually learn how to do this, but it is not confined on your textbook traditional chemistry. Okay, so that is easy. But if your question of biotechnology, then you needed to understand a bit of biology, because any admission test will have some degree of biology. So if you have a biochemistry past subject, or you read a bit of biochemistry or take some biology classes, then it will be easier to go for biotechnology. Because today, say if you want to go to ISC Bangalore for MSc PhD program in biotech, they call it bioscience or bioengineering program, or in IIT Bombay, that MSc program, then you needed. See, when I joined in the beginning, IIT Bombay, we used to take half of the student from chemistry and half student for biology. Now this is a common entrance test. So all chemistry and biology both give the exam, and there are a lot of students from Kolkata gets in Kolkata University and the others, but they are mostly biology student, biotechnology student. So chemistry number of students from chemistry have reduced because they don't study biology at all, and the common paper is in biology also. So read a little bit of biochemistry, you will qualify. And but the students from other universities, Hyderabad, and other places the chemistry students qualify because they have a past course in biochemistry. So if you have some courses in some classes in biochemistry, say carbohydrate, proteins, enzymes, and then that will make you competitive. So every chemistry department should have some biology, biochemistry classes, enzymes. When you are studying enzyme, you look at not only the RNAs equation, beyond that, what is enzymes, and look at a bit, and then it will be okay. So I think if you want to go to biotechnology, then you needed to have some biochemistry as a pass course, or at least read, or go for a summer training to a biochemistry lab. There you can learn something. So same person cannot go to biotechnology, nanotechnology, pharmacology, or say energy at the same time. You have to think of which area you want to go, and you take a additional subject or summer training on that area. Otherwise, whatever you get, you take. See, in our time, most of the students used to do whatever I get, I take. But that probably is not a very good idea. Today, there are a lot of opportunities, so you can plan. Okay. So if your department institute has some biochemistry classes, you can take some biochemistry classes, even not as a subject, but you can simply go and sit in the class. Okay, and all chemistry students should take some bio classes. See, in IIT Bombay, there is not a single engineer is graduating from 2011, I believe, 11 or not 11 or 12. I exactly don't remember that. Who does not have a course in biology, BB 101? Every student has to pass through that. All engineering students, whether it is a computer science, or it is a chemical or electrical. This is a compulsory course. Okay. So similarly, all chemists should have at least some classes in biochemistry. Then it opens up a completely different path for them. And today in India, I think there are more bio research than any other subject. At least 3 times more bio research than any other subject, or maybe more.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can a chemistry student can glorify in forensic science?
Yes. And again, see, either you can do MSc in forensic science, or after MSc, you can choose this as your PhD. Some areas. There are in Gujarat, there is an university, forensic university. One of my students is a faculty there. So I think you can get in forensic science and so on. That's not a, see, that's what you needed to know what you want to do. Particularly, I would request all chemistry students to have some level of biology, because, as I said, if you look at, do a little bit of searching, look at all IIT Bombay faculty. How many of them are MSc in chemistry? You will find out. Okay. You look at IISc Bangalore, MBU department. How many or biochemistry department? You see how many faculty are from chemistry or physics. Okay. And then you look at Kanpur IIT or other, you'll see many. So, but in our time, it was easy to transit because the competition was less. Today, everybody wants some experience, because in our time there was no exam to get into. We could have done chemistry exam to get into biology. Okay, but today your exam will be in chemistry, but there will be significant biology. You will not have only chemistry. So that's why it is important to have at least a pass course in pass level understanding in biochemistry, and that is critical in order to get into biology, MSc in biotechnology, MSc MPharm in pharmacology, or nanotechnology in many places. So to have a some biochemistry pass course, or even if you get some classes, selective courses, that will help.
Sir, what is the
Sir,
main difference between a chemical engineer and a BSc student who are doing BSc
Can
in
you repeat the
chemistry?
question? I could not get it.
Sir, what is the difference between the student who are doing chemical engineering and the students who are doing BSc in chemistries?
Chemical engineering is a different discipline. Okay, there is a very I think chemical engineering and chemistry has a very little, as much as similarity between physics and chemistry, that much similarity is there. Nothing more than that, except some areas in you need thermodynamics, but any engineering you study, you will have thermodynamics. So there is very little similarity between chemical engineering and chemistry.
Sir, then why every student want to pursue marks for getting into the IIT Bombay or any engineering college to, for obtaining that engineering degree? Why not they choose this BSc on general line?
Because of the job. Okay, see, today, a lot of students want to do engineering because engineering has the job. If you do BTech from IIT, your job is secure. You get a very high paid job. Okay, that's why people want to do engineering. It's not that they want to be engineer. I can tell you, almost 80% of the students do not do engineering because they want to be an engineer. They want a good job today. And IITs, NITs, particularly IITs, allow you to get the job. See, in our time, the students want to do, good students are doing BSc in chemistry and physics. Physics was top thinking. A lot of people wanted to be physicists. Okay, today, how many want to be physicists? They all want to do engineering because there is job. People want to go into medical because there is job is there. Even today, in India, most of the people want to get into IIT because the job is secure. As soon as you get into IIT, you get a high paid job. That's what it is. I
Sir,
don't
why
think.
not? Sir, why
Yeah.
not the people who are studying in general line get the good job? Means what? Why the scope is very less in India, mainly in India?
No, the scope is not. See, this is a market question that you are asking. If you are looking at this, all do you think all engineers do get a job? And then it's no. India produce many engineers who are not getting even 25,000 rupees job. It is the job market for IITs and NITs and maybe top engineering college like Jadavpur and Singapore they are doing. Okay. There are many engineering colleges, job condition is as bad as the this. But engineers have much more job today than the general student. And that's why the idea was done at some time ago that BSc would be 4 years. So the BSc students are not employable. Practically speaking, BSc students are not employable. What can they do? They have studied some pages and no practical knowledge. And engineering supposed to get some practical training. They go to industry for some training and so on. And so that's why because there is job, that is the main reason people are going for it. Not main reason, that's the sole reason. Okay. And why we don't have job, we don't know that. Okay, that point is everybody knows why do there is a lack of job. So that point is not worth of discussing. So people go to engineering because of the job. See, people come to Naipar Mohali. See, our placement record is more than 80% students get campus place. 79.4% students get job in the campus placement, and rest of the students go for PhD or higher studies or some other job. But in campus itself, 80% student gets it. This year, 79.4% student got job. Highest package about 27 lakh. So the people come for that. So it is wherever the job are, people are going to see. In our time, most of the people want to do chemical engineering after chemistry. But why did they study chemistry? and then do chemical engineering. Why do they want to go? Because it's the chemistry, MSc did not have job. At least to get a job, you have to do PhD, then you will get something. What is the best job chemistry, MSc can get that time? Mostly school teacher, some college teacher. There was very little research opportunities that time. So most of the people used to go chemical engineering. Only few who wanted to have a long-term career used to do PhD, going abroad. That was the only good career path. But today it is not like that. Today there are a lot of jobs available in India. If you do good research in industry and other places, and there are a lot of research career also available. And many institutions are available, many pathways are available. So, there is nothing, it's all about job. That's what I said. In order to be getting ready for job, you need not only have the chemistry, you learn some other subject, go for summer training, go for some internship that will allow you to get jobs. Okay. Even you can ask me question in Bengali. I understand perfectly Bengali. I'm born and brought up in Bengal. So no.
স্যার কেন বিটেক কোর্সটা 4 বছরের জন্য আর বিএসসিটা 3 বছরের জন্য?
Yes. So BTech, see, in this country, BSc is for 3 years. Initially, see, if you look at this, how did it resolve? Initially, it was 10 plus 2 plus 2. Then it came 11 plus 3. Okay. In India, undergraduate science or arts undergraduate is for 3 years.
Sir,
let me complete this. In US, undergraduate in science or arts is for 4 years. So 1 year you get time to do research. In US, or very few students they do masters because 1 year they get to do research. Okay, so only specialized people go to do research. See, BSc 3 years. That's why some of us initially thought that we'll create a curriculum like engineering, BSc for 4 years. But it becomes so difficult that it never happened. But it was good idea that if BSc become 4 years, then 1 year the students can do all kind of training and they become employable. But that did not happen for many regions. And it should have. Then engineering and science graduate would have been at par. I hope someday it happens. Okay. Go ahead, your question. You are asking something. Yes.
যদি কেউ কোনো ইসরো, ডিআরডিও বা বার্ক এরকম জায়গায় কোনো সায়েন্টিস্ট পোস্টে কোনো একটা চাকরি করতে চায়, তাহলে তাকে কিরকম ওয়েতে যেতে হবে, মানে কিভাবে সেখানে জয়েন করতে বা কি কি এক্সাম ক্লিয়ার করতে হয়, সেগুলো কি একটু বলে দিলে ভালো হতো স্যার।
DRDO, BRC, you can do this after MSc if you want a scientist job. Okay. Generally through the gate. All BRC, DRDO employment is most likely through the gate. I would not say all, don't take all means 100%. There is large number of job that gets to the gate. So you have to qualify gate. Okay. And
Sir, please tell something about this entrance exam gate.
Okay. So first you qualify gate, then you can get BARC and DRDO. But after BSc, nobody will qualify gate. Okay, so then after BSc, you don't get into scientist level position either. Okay, so that become a lower level position, but that is a different exam. I really do not know after BSc. But you have to do MSc in order to get the GATE exam done. Now, GATE you can do in chemistry, and every year the exam happens in February. So you can do it in your first year of MSc or second year of MSc. You can try even from first year. You can do it in second year. And if you, any of the year you are qualified to do the GATE. Okay, once the 4 years of education complete undergraduate, you can do it. Generally exam in February, it is good to do in the second year because you get a full first year experience and you qualify. Then you can get, if you qualify, you can do PhD in IIT, ISC, and many other places. That is minimum qualification. You can also get a scientist position in DRDO and BRC and in many other places, and also ONGC and other public PSUs.
স্যার ইসরো কি সেম? আর স্যার ডিআরডিও তে অনেক রকম সায়েন্টিস্ট আছে দেখলাম, মানে সায়েন্টিস্ট বি, সায়েন্টিস্ট সি, সায়েন্টিস্ট ই, এফ, সায়েন্টিস্ট এইচ পর্যন্ত আছে। এন্ড এখানে ডিস্টিংগুইশ সায়েন্টিস্ট বলে একটা পোস্ট আছে, তো এগুলো কি আলাদা আলাদা ভাবে হয়?
After MSc you get the lowest level, that is C or B. Okay, then you do the training there 1 year, then you get one level up. Earlier all the scientists who are going to H, they actually get PhD. Then after PhD, with MSc you probably go up to D or E. I used to be expert for their evaluation, the promotion. So up to E you get MSc with your MSc degree, D or E with experience. But E to F or G, H, this requires PhD and research there. You have to spend considerable amount in order to. They also directly recruit in higher level F and G, but very few. Then you do PhD from some other place and you can get directly recruited on those. But there are most of the recruitment happen in MSc level, but also they recruit after PhD.
স্যার ইসরো কি সেম? ইসরো কি এই গেটের এক্সামের থ্রুই যেতে হবে?
All are similar. They have maybe after not GATE is probably very important qualification for that will though GATE stands for graduate aptitude test entrance, but it's really GATE means it is the GATE that you are passing through. So it is very important exam to qualify.
Sir, chemistry.
I can't hear.
বলছি কেমিস্ট্রির সঙ্গে ফিজিক্সের কি লিংক আছে, মানে কেমিস্ট্রি অনার্স করার পর?
There is a lot of echo. Can you repeat? I could not hear the question.
স্যার আপনি যে বায়োকেমিস্ট্রির কথা বললেন, ওটা কি রকম ভাবে করব, মানে কলেজ করাবে না নিজে থেকে করতে হবে?
Okay. I think you should ask your professors if there is an opportunity to have pass course in biochemistry. See, you can have a chemistry major, biochemistry pass or something, or some classes on biochemistry. If college does not offer it, then you have to read. You can easily read from net, or another thing you can do. You can actually go. In Kolkata there are some research institutes. You can go and do intern in biology lab, and while you are doing this summer vacation, you can learn certain things. No? It is not that, no exams are in depth. Okay, exams are basically a little bit of overview, so that you can learn during your internship in during the summer time or other time. Or if you can do a pass course, that would be very good. Or you can take some lectures there. It will be very good for when we were student, the scope in biochemistry was not that much, but today the scope in biology is probably much bigger than any other, particularly in India. It is a lot. And chemistry can actually fit in very nicely there. If you look at all the faculty of all national institutes, say whether IITs, ISCs, you'll see there are many people have done MSc in chemistry. But in our time, say I switched up after I switched to different branch in biophysics after MSc. But today, some people are doing it, but the opportunity is decreasing because there are a lot of good biotechnology MSc students coming, or biochemistry MSc, molecular biology MSc student coming. So you needed to know at little bit of this. Even in my career in the beginning, I took the first 3 PhD students of mine are from chemistry. One of them is Manas Chadra, who is a faculty in NCCS. No, he did MSc in chemistry from Kolkata, sorry, Vidyasagar College, and then he did MTech in material science in IIT Bombay. And then he wanted to do PhD with me. I said, how are you going to do PhD in biology? But he topped the interview. And he did remarkably good. And then also he did, in Massachusetts, he did postdocing, then came back in NCCS as a faculty, work on cancer research. Similarly, there is another student in Ravenshaw College, Kotak. He came in chemistry MSc, and he is now faculty in ILS Bhubaneswar. But he was also a chemistry student. But today, I have 10 PhD students in my lab in IIT Bombay. There is not a single one is MSc in chemistry. Because, slowly, people are coming more from biotechnology, microbiology, but almost half of them are actually BSc in chemistry. Okay, so it is important that you have some inclination at least to bio. Learn a little bit, not a lot, but some. Completely ignorant, it will be very difficult to move in today because of the competition. In earlier days, you did not need to know biology, but today you probably need to know some extent of biology. Okay, so take some classes, read some from net, or do internship in some biology laboratory in Kolkata. And if your condition favors, you can go to some National Institute, Bangalore, or Mumbai or Hyderabad. Or another important thing I will tell you. There is a program from Indian Academy of Sciences. Okay, they give fellowship for BSc student also to do the internship. Okay, if you get that fellowship, you get some 5,000 rupees or 10, and as well as the travel fare to do your internship, and you can apply. But not too many people will get it, but couple of people, probably 2-3 people can get it there. Similarly, TIFR offers it. Then also GNCR, Jawaharlal Nehru University, Bangalore, they offer it. IIT Bombay has internship program. You can apply there. You can get that. There many students can get in. So there are all kind of opportunities are there. So you have to take that.
Sir, biochemistry কোন অথরের বইটা ভালো হবে?
Biochemistry?
কোন অথরের বইটা ভালো হবে?
There are many. You can read Lellinger, the standard textbook Lellinger.
So নামটা বলুন।
Lellinger is there everywhere. You can look at Stryer or Lellinger. Okay, there are many other books that you can get. The Stryer or Lellinger, you can read. Yes.
Sir, I have heard, sir, after IIT JAM, if we crack that JAM examination, we have to go for an interview board. Sir, please tell, sir.
No. JAM is the admission exam, so you don't have to go to interview board for MSc for any IITs. Only interview happens in IISc for PhD.
Okay, sir. Sir, then if we crack JAM, then we can get admission directly to any IIT route college.
Based on your rank in JAM. And JAM has all subjects. Depending on which subject you are qualifying. If you do chemistry, any place in chemistry, depending on your rank. If you do biotechnology, you can get anywhere in biotechnology, MSc in IIT. There are few places, not all places. But IIT Bombay, Roorkee, Guwahati, indoor. I think some places nowadays many places are doing. You can get also. Yes.
Sir, that's mean if I get jam in chemistry from chemistry, so I can do any other subject in MSc.
No, you just remember every subject has different jam. Okay, so see, as a chemistry student, you can get it. What are the subject you can get it? Obviously, you cannot get in physics or math. Okay, you can get it nanotechnology. You can get in biology. You can get in environment, something like that. Okay, or you can see in MTech you will not get it because these are MSc program. After BSc, you can get it only in MSc program, not in MTech program. Okay, MTech program requires MSc degree. Remember that, because MTech is after 4 years BTech or after MSc. So BSc program only lead to MSc program, and MSc programs you cannot get in physics or math. You can get in biotechnology or biochemistry or molecular biology, depending or whatever in bio program.
Sir, MSc और MTech দুটোই কি একই?
What?
MSc আর MTech দুটোই কি একই?
No, MSc structure, you have to see the structure and you get the understanding. MSc is after 10 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2. So after 3 you are getting 2, that is MSc. Okay, so it is total 15 years to get MSc. But MTech 10 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2, then it is 16 or 17. If you do MSc, you can get MTech, or you get BTech, which is 4-year course. Okay, so you cannot get MTech with 3 years BSc.
স্যার এমএসসি পরে কি বিটেক না করেই এমটেক করা যাবে?
Yes. So if you do MSc, then you can do MTech in chemical engineering. You can do MTech in environmental. You can do MTech in bioengineering or biomedical engineering, or you can do MTech in nanoscience. You can do MTech in corrosion. You can do in metallurgy, material science. Almost all areas of engineering you can get in with your MSc degree.
Sir,
Provided you, let me finish the term. Provided you pass the gate of that particular subject. Okay, so as a MSc passing MSc gate exam in chemistry, you probably will get in 3 or 4 subjects, not all the subjects. Okay, you can get into biotechnology, you can get into materials, you can get into nanotechnology, you can get into chemical engineering also, maybe one or maybe in energy also. Okay, these subjects you can get in, but I'm not a catalog of every but I just grossly telling you, don't take everything as a this, but at least these many courses you can get in.
স্যার জ্যাম ক্র্যাক করলে তাহলে আইআইটি থেকে এমএসসি করা যাবে?
Yes, the JAM is only for that.
sir, after completing MSc through JAM, can we get a good job?
Yes. See, and depending, see, if you do MSc in chemistry, so after JAM you can do 2-3 subjects MSc. Okay, if you are a chemistry student, one could be energy. Okay, one could be let me once you ask the question, let me finish the answer. Okay, one you get the chemistry, one could be bio, one could be energy, and some other allied subject. But if you do MSc in bio, my experience from IIT Bombay, every year 25 to 30% student get job in industry. Chemistry also a similar number, but there are a lot of people go for PhD outside India, and in India. So if you do MSc in IIT Bombay or Kanpur or Guwahati or Kharagpur, more or less you get a career. That you still today, I think it is never a problem either to get a job or to get a PhD. It's not a major problem. It's not that 100%, but more than 90% students do get some placement here and there, either as a industry or in PhD. Okay.
স্যার আইআইটি থেকে এমএসসি কমপ্লিট করার পরে তারপরে মেমটেক করা যাবে?
Yes, but you can get MTech also by completing MSc from Kolkata University.
স্যার তখন কি এক্সাম দিয়ে ঢুকতে হবে?
Get.
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা
স্যার যে কোনো ফার্মাসিউটিক্যাল কোম্পানি যেমন সিপলা বা অ্যাস্ট্রাজেনেকা এগুলোতে পেতে গেলে কিরকম করে যেতে হবে?
That they advertise and you have to compete. See, they come for campus employment in our institute, but if you go to pharmaceutical industry, why don't you do a intern while during BSc or MSc in the, one or other pharmaceutical industry? But that will increase your opportunity to get a job. Or do something in biology or chemistry, say medicinal chemistry area, that will increase, or analytical chemistry area, some kind of research. See, our student in Kolkata, they don't, now the intern program is coming, but during BSc or MSc, they don't do. You see, BSc, there's no research anywhere. But MSc, there should be some level of, project. But I do not know. In our time, there was no project. I have no idea today if there is a project or not. But see, in MSc, if you do MSc in IIT, at least 1 year you will do a project work. That makes a difference. I have no idea though. So what I don't know, I will not tell you. I have no idea whether Kolkata, any university in Kolkata offers project work during the MSc or not. I do not know, so I don't tell. But many other places, for example, in NIPAR, if you do masters, you do a project work for 1 year. If you do MSc in IIT, you do a project work for a year. 6 months, small amount of work, but 6 months major work you do. So that makes a difference in terms of job scenario. Okay.
স্যার কেমিস্ট্রি থেকে কি ফিজিক্স ফিল্ডে যাওয়া যায়?
Chemistry থেকে physics is a very not very easy transition, but if there are people who did MSc in chemistry and then did PhD in physics. There are many, because the area of physics which there is significant overlapping in the area of thermodynamics, in the area of spectroscopy, the areas of material science. There are a lot of physicists who work on material science. Okay.
Sir, BS...
please let me complete this answer. There are a lot of physicists who work on material science. Okay. Then if you are chemistry, MSc, they can take you as a research scholar. And there are also spectroscopy field and thermodynamics and energy. In these 4 areas of physics and material science, maybe nanotechnology, in these 4-5 areas of physics, as a chemist, you can move in. Not any other areas. You cannot do electrical. You can't do sound. You cannot do those. But in the material field, you can move in. In the energy field, you can move in. So on. Okay. The next.
স্যার যদি ইসরো ডিআরডিও এসব জায়গায় সায়েন্টিস্টের এতে এমপ্লয় হতে চাই, তাহলে কি কোন একটা সাবজেক্টে মাস্টার্স থাকলে, মানে ফিজিক্স বা কেমিস্ট্রিতে মাস্টার্স করার পরেই সে এখানে সায়েন্টিস্ট হিসেবে মানে অ্যাড হতে পারে, না আদার্স কিছু পড়তে পারে?
Most of the job, but you have to qualify GATE.
আচ্ছা,
at present you have to qualify GATE. By the time you will get masters, they may change.
স্যার বিএসসি করার পরে পুনরায় কি বিটেক করা যায়?
No, BSc yes, Calcutta University has a BTech after BSc, no? Kolkata University, I do not know still the program is running or not, but it was there earlier in our time, and I think it is running in Rajabajar Science College, BTech in chemical engineering, in plastics, in polymer, rubber and plastic, and then pharmacy. All these subjects are there.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay,
Sir,
sir.
sorry to interrupt you, but I think for the last 30 minutes the interactions is going on, and
I, so,
so
so we'll
I think
stop now probably.
yeah. And actually, I will ask our students that most of the questions you are asking to sir is actually you can ask your teachers also, because we have a rich tradition of students qualifying in jam in significant numbers. Even
Okay, good.
last year also almost 30-40% of our students qualified for jam.
Okay.
So I should advise our new students to interact with our seniors and teachers.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
good.
and sir, Maharaj, are you there? Principal Maharaj,
Yes,
are you
yes,
there?
yes, yes, yes. From
Uh,
beginning, I am here.
yeah, so Maharaj, please say something.
So actually, respected Dulal Babu, so it is actually formally vote of thanks we will give, SB sir.
Maharaj, if you are there, then please you do the job on all of
No,
our behalf.
actually, formally vote of thanks, actually, I think CKB sir may be given. Afterwards, I informally
Okay,
talk with
okay, I will give, I will give. Okay,
yes,
no problem. I will give.
yes, yes.
So, Maharaj, I will request you to say something, and then I will formally give the vote of thanks.
Okay, okay, okay. Respected Dulal Babu and other our faculty members and my dear very student, very dear student present in this online platform, and we are happy to have the professor, the Dulal actually get the Dulal Babu in our platform, and he happens to our alumni of Narendrapur Ramakrishna Mission. All you have heard, and such a nice interaction he has made. He is a very good teacher and a good researcher. When you actually study master degree in other, you can understand such a vast field he actually crossed from chemistry up to this biotechnology. It is not a matter of joke, and also the pharmaceutical this chemistry. So it is a very big thing he is doing. And on behalf of the college, I express my heartiest regard. And Dulal Babu, when you come Kolkata, you just please give me a missed call so that I actually call you to I personally arrange for your visit in our college by person. And all faculty and students will be very glad to see you, because this online platform is one barrier that we cannot get the face-to-face this flavor. So when you come Kolkata, then please inform, and I actually arrange your visit in our college. And also I request sir, in many not few students actually do the internship in different institute. So I request sir, in future also I call you for one or two bright students regarding this internship, maybe in NIPAR or IIT Mumbai, what way, that so that they can do this, and also some one or two students get also this science academic fellowship also. So for this regard, I also take your advice and also help, so that our the students those are actually very much eager for higher studies, they will get be benefited. This much I can tell.
Thank you. So
Okay.
I always try to be with the students. That's why today is a holiday. It was easier for me. Otherwise, it become very difficult as an administrator. And
Yes,
there are
sir.
too many things going on in the national level. But
Yes,
anyway,
sir. Yes, sir.
so
Yes,
great to be with the students. And,
yes, sir.
I
Yes, sir.
find out my own young age when we talk with these people.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are about to conclude this program, but before that, we must thank our very distinguished guest and speaker, Professor Dulal Panda, for such an encouraging and informative lecture. And also, he interacted with our students. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the trouble taken. And despite for your very busy schedule, you have taken your time out to interact with us. But as Maharaj said, that we are not satisfied interacting with you through webinar. So whenever, sir, you come to Kolkata, please visit us, sir. So we will be all be very delighted.
Thank you
And
so
and I also thank our students for attending the seminar and participating effectively with sir. I also take this opportunity to thank all our technical staffs who worked efficiently to arrange this seminar. And also I thank lastly our principal Maharaj, because he is the person who took all the pain to contact with Professor Panda, arranging the date and time. And so thank you, Maharaj. And with this, I think we should conclude our program. Thank you and good night, everybody. Thank you.
much. Thank you.